Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and today we have another Tennessee Titans franchise video. Today we are taking on the Indianapolis Colts at their home stadium of Lucas Oil Stadium. We're going to be taking on, of course, Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson, of course. He's averaging over 6 yards to carry, over 1,300 yards and 16 touchdowns so far in the season. They just haven't had great team success looking at it. Their defense, not very good. 30th in points, 32nd in pass defense, and of course, 21st in run defense. So they still have an okay run defense. Well, I mean, it's technically bad. It is the red, and it is on the bottom half of the division. Well, bottom half of the league. So we should be able to take advantage of them. They do have a very good run offense, as well as a pretty decent pass offense. So they should be able to step up and have a good game from them. Their offense should be able to get going. So it will be a test for our defense, of course. Defense ranking pretty good so far this season. So we will have another pretty good test here against a pretty dominant offense. Of course, like I've said, 4 games left of the season. We got the Colts, Patriots, Texans, and the Broncos, of course. 2 of these games being away and at least one of them being home. I don't know what the Broncos game is. I don't remember off the top of my head. So far, looking very, very good. Looking at player negotiations, I don't think we're going to handle anything this week. I think next week will definitely be the week. Caleb Farley and Roger McCreary, I think, have to come back at this point. Treylon Burks, I would like to have back, but I'm not going to overpay. Amani Hooker is somebody I would love to bring back, but with him being on that wrong side where he's going to be 28 going into next year, going to be hard to do so. Shea, I'd love to bring back, but with the fact that he won't be the number 1 tight end and he'll be more of that H-back or fullback role, as well as the backup tight end, it's going to be hard to bring him back so far. Osa Odighizuwa has really come on as of recently. I think he's up to about 6.5, maybe 7 sacks, somewhere in that neighborhood. So he is somebody I would like to bring back, especially with high interest, re-sign interest. Could be a very dominant player. Dermonte Jones, we just haven't seen enough of. We have such good depth at the defensive tackle position. We just haven't been able to see a ton of him. So I don't think I'll be able to spend the money and re-sign him in the re-sign period. But maybe in free agency, we could potentially go back after him. Charles Menahue, another guy that I think we could bring back if he continues to play as good as he has. Nicholas Petit-Fier is somebody I'd like to bring back, but of course, with him, Haskins, and Josh Thompson, all the guys that I want to bring back, I think they'll just be cheaper in free agency to bring back. Tyron Smith, I'm probably going to let walk at this point. I think Titus Horton should be able to take over at left tackle. BJ Hill, I'll let walk. Malik Willis, I'll let walk. Josh Oliver, Drew Sample, Khalil, OJ, David Andrews, Taylor Lewan. I think I'll let walk. I'll probably end up picking up Peter Skoronski's 5th year. Only $10 million for him. It won't be too bad. But there's going to be a lot of money spent. You know, we do have $164 million, but how much of that are we going to spend? We're probably going to have to spend upwards of $80 million to bring back all these guys, if not more. So it's going to be pretty devastating to see all that money tick off the table. But then again, you know, you can't stack money in this game. You can't even stack money in any other franchises that I know of. Like, even in MLB, everybody's like, why do you spend so, like, you don't have to spend all your money. You don't get to stack money. You don't get, you know, if I don't spend $5 million in the cap this year, it's not like that extra $5 million in cap gets put on next year. It just doesn't. We're not playing an owner franchise where the money matters, so it doesn't really make sense to hold on to those as much. Unstoppable force, I would assume this is going to be talking about Jonathan Taylor and this rush offense from the Indianapolis Colts. Of course, I think it's going to be constant pressure. If we can force Anthony Richardson off of his game, and if we can get ahead in the game, I think that'll be the best thing. I personally think when our pass rush is getting going and actually getting home, I think those are some of the best games we've had so far this season, and games where we've actually been able to slow down offenses, and it hasn't been a shootout or just a colossal, like, fuck fest. So Keenan McIntyre, Will Levis, Jason Pinnock, and Max Thurmond all have upgrades as well. So a lot of our young guys still getting going. Keenan McIntyre, I wish we could have gotten Star, 2 weeks ago against the Jags. Unfortunately, we didn't get Star for him. But with how well he's played so far this season, I won't be surprised if he at least goes up to Star in the offseason, or I expect him to, right? I think he's already at 8.5 sacks through the season. Granted, he only has 4 games left, so even if he averages a sack a game, he's only going to get up to 12.5. But still, I think if we can get him to that 10 sack mark or that double-digit mark, I think he is very much in line for a star dev upgrade, which would be perfect for him to get him going with Derek Wesley. I think those 2 guys are the key to our defense right now. When they get going, we're on a hot roll. When they don't get going, it's kind of been tougher, to say the least. And that's true in real life, too. When your pass rush isn't getting going, it's going to put more pressure on your back end. It's going to put more pressure on your cornerbacks and safeties to do their job at a higher level, right? When the pass rush is making the quarterback get the ball out in 3 seconds, that's only 3 seconds the corner's got to guard. And in Madden, 3 seconds isn't a whole ton of time. And so the receivers don't get a whole ton of separation there. Franklin Amos, another guy that I really like, balled out in the preseason, just hasn't had the opportunity so far this season to really get going. He could be somebody that looks to get a bigger upgrade going into next year if we do not re-sign Treylon Burks. As of right now, I do plan on re-signing him. No new injuries to speak of. We do have all of our players back that were gone for a week last week. Still going to be without, of course, Jeffrey Simmons, Chig, and O.J. Howard. 2 of those guys are on IR, and they'll finish out their season on IR. Jeffrey Simmons should be back by the time of the Houston Texans game, so that will be the final stretch. And especially with them being 10-3 currently at this moment, these are must-win games. Viewing the playoff picture, of course, sitting at 11-2, we still have that little bit of a lead over the Bills. Texans would, I think, be right behind us at the 3 mark if they weren't in the same division, but unfortunately they are in the AFC South with us, so they will be at the 5th seed at this current stage. But let's hop into the game at Lucas Oil. At Lucas Oil, Anthony Richardson, 3,000 yards, 24 touchdowns, 9 picks. Will Levis, I know these jerseys aren't going to be particularly popular with a lot of people, but we are wearing the all whites. I think they look halfway decent. We are going to have the Colts in their all blues and then their black helmets. I don't understand why they don't just go black jerseys, but hey, not up to me, I guess. But so yeah, we're going to rock some alternates here today. At Lucas Oil, like I said, it is going to be coming down to our defensive line. If they can get pressure, I think we'll have a pretty decent day. Like I said, I think that's been like one of the main like storylines too, is like when we've had a good defensive pressure rate in a game, I think we've been able to win games. I think their offensive line's pretty solid. You know, Quentin Nelson, Braden Smith, Ryan Kelly. I don't know if Rainman became pretty good in this universe, but I think it's going to come down to our defensive line. So offense will come out onto the field for the first time today at the 23-yard line. Like I said last week, if you missed last week's episode, or the last episode anyway, we are keeping Tyler Linton up in the starting receiving spot at number 2. Bo Melton has been pushed down to number 3, but Bo Melton will be running out of the slot. So it's going to be a mixed bag of things. I just think Tyler Linton is such a good weapon and going to be such a pivotal piece of this offense going forward. That just makes sense to keep him more involved. You know, Bo Melton is going to be 27 or 28, slowly become a bigger piece of this offense. Going to bring him in motion, bring him down. Bo Melton on this out route, though, immediately getting going. See, like I said, he didn't have a bad week last week. I just don't think he had a super productive week last week. And so, not a whole ton of yardage for him last week. Peter Skronsky going out. We're going to have Max Thurman come in at that guard position. 1st and 10 going to go handoff here to Spears. And there's DeForest Buckner trying to chase us down. 2nd and 6 now. So we will have to watch out for DeForest Buckner all fucking game. He is somebody that, for some reason, no matter how good or bad his overall is in Madden, if he has that superstar trait, he just plays well above his overall. I don't know why. I've seen him as low as like 82 just fucking wreck my games. So it's annoying. Him and Aaron Donald are probably like the 2 best defensive tackles in the entire game. Just based off of, you know, superstar trait and whatever their ratings are that help them just win even more. 3rd and 2, going to motion Oliver down, our blocking tight end. Handoff left side, Haskins downhill. He has a one-on-one opportunity. Can't quite get that stiff arm in there. Julian Blackman chasing him down. 25-yard rush for Hassan Haskins. Like I've said, I think Hassan Haskins is fucking incredible for us. And I would love to bring him back. I just don't think in the re-sign period it will be a smart idea, because he'll be asking for way too much money. Josh Wiley, another one of those guys that's a lower overall, but has continued to develop, continue to play well, and he's going to continue to get action here. I'm super happy with Josh Wiley. Ever since he took over that starting job for Chig just a year ago, you know, and he just went fucking berserko, which is kind of insane. Spears up the middle on a halfback stretch. Getting downhill, picking up a 1st. Down to the 11 now, 2 for 14 on the day for him. We've had such great success with some of these younger guys and some of these guys that we weren't particularly expecting to be, you know, those options for the offense, in my opinion. You know, A guy like Josh Wiley, a guy like Hassan Haskins has really stepped up so far throughout their career so far. Traylon Burks beats his man on the inside, but it's picked! Fuck me. Ben St. Just. Fuck me. I thought I could lead that a little bit better, dude. Fuck. So, Colts defense stays strong, and, well, they're going to get the ball here at the 20. I would assume they're going to immediately go to a run here. Yep, Jonathan Taylor, straight downhill. Hooker and Shire having to come up with the tackle. 9-yard rush there for him. Everybody just to play downhill today. I don't think these receivers are going to beat us. They don't have Michael Pittman anymore, so that's not a worry for us. It's going to be Jonathan Taylor, and here he is again. Oh, and there's a fumble! And he gets the ball back. Are you fucking me? Jesus. We forced a fumble and we can't even get it. Alright, there's our like one forced fumble a game that we have, and not going to be able to capitalize off of it. Here's Anthony Richardson, and McCreary just can't catch up to Josh Downs. I know he's a little faster, but Jesus, dude. I have no idea what the fuck we're supposed to be playing here. There's a read option. McCreary coming down, making the tackle on Anthony Richardson. 9-yard rush there, 2nd and inches now. Jesus, and I forget Anthony Richardson has that ability to really do that as well. 2nd and inches now. Dropping into coverage, covering these tight ends underneath. Can't quite get the ball out to the tight end. Mallory. I still don't know how to say that name. Jesus Christ. 3rd and inches. Gonna press everybody. Play press coverage. Shire come downhill. No. Taylor just bounces it inside. And Keenan Evans nowhere to be found, getting brought out by the fucking offensive lineman. 2nd and goal. I'm just gonna go full force. They're gonna run the football. There's no reason for us to slow down. Go downhill. Make a fucking play, please. Somebody. Derek Wesley there making a play. Jonathan Taylor now down. I think this happened last game, too. Jonathan Taylor went out with an injury eventually. And I think that's kind of when we took over that game, too. So, this is another game where I think we have to win to really get back to 500 against the Colts. You know, are our AFC opponents going to be the downfall of us time and time again? Jay Mellon, 1-yard rush there. Rookie. We did have to bring up a practice squad D tackle this week just because I didn't want what happened last week to happen again. So, we do have a practice squad rookie up. I'm expecting a run here. Yep, fullback run there, and Keenan Evans comes up with a play. Kari Blossom game. Former Chicago Bear and Tennessee Titan himself. We do hold them, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th and goal at the 2. They say, fuck it, let's go for it. I respect the decision, I do. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I don't. I understand why you go for it. It's a 2. Did I tell the team to run commit? I don't think I did. What the fuck was that? I guess I told the team to run commit. I don't think I did, but 1st and 10 up to the 23. Just not a way we wanted to start off the game. Of course, the pick was very unfortunate. Letting them go down all the way and score is kind of unfortunate as well. So, just not a great way to start the game. Bo Melton here underneath for 7. Getting him going again. Gonna go slip screen here to Spears. Get these D tackles running. If we can get DeForest Buckner off the field, he'll be less of a game wrecker, of course. 1-on-1 with Spears. And Spears is going to win. And can't quite win that second rep against Julian Blackman. He's able to come up with the tackle and slow us down. Wait for the rest of the Colts to get there. Wrap us up, then take us down. Going to go back to Hassan Haskins here. This power running football has worked so far. 1st and 10. Motion Josh Oliver over. He'll help out on that edge. Up to backer. Get everybody going. Haskins downhill for 5, and he's now down. Great. So he's not feeling good. He'll exit. Looking like a wrist injury for him. Don't want to lean on Spears too much, but might have to here. Just based off of what we're seeing currently. Wiley. Underneath is Josh Wiley, always. Wiley just continue. Yeah, it's an abdominal tear. Not even a fucking wrist injury. An abdominal tear. Nice. So we will probably have to bring in a new running back next week, and I don't have one on the practice squad, so we gotta bring somebody in that I do not know. If Darrington Evans is in free agency, probably him. I haven't used anybody else as of too recent, so he would probably be one of the guys that we would look at going forward. So, who knows? Darrington Evans might be back on the team. 1st and 10. Gonna go Z spot here. Traylon Burks can't beat really his man? No, he does finally, but he's slowed up, and Kenny Moore coming back to tackle. Only a 1-yard catch there. Gonna go halfback quick base here. Malone should be able to get enough of a piece of DeForest Buckner to slow him down. Nope. Not even close. Not even fucking close. I don't understand why fucking abilities are in this fucking game. They are so fucking brain dead and broken. I really do not understand it sometimes. Dropping back to pass, trying to find something. We're just going to hit Spears underneath. He can't even hold on to the football. 4th and 9, got himself for a field goal. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like your divisional opponent shouldn't be a little harder, but man, when there's 2 straight plays where there's, basically suction cup, rubber banding to my player is kind of annoying. A play where Treylon Burks beats his man. He beats him to the outside, and all of a sudden, Kenny Moore just rubber bands back to Treylon Burks like that wasn't supposed to happen or something. And then DeForest Buckner, basically phasing through Christian Malone, just kind of annoying. It really is. I'm not saying those plays couldn't happen in real life. Kenny Moore not being able to speed up or whatever, and DeForest Buckner not being able to make that play. I'm just saying in those regards, where it's 2 straight plays where they just kind of make the play happen, and there's nothing you can do about it, is just more annoying than anything. That's all I'm saying. 1st and 10. Gonna drop into coverage. Nope, they're running the football. Derek Wesley get there. Does, fortunately. 6-yard rush. Yeah, just Jonathan Taylor, just straight downhill. We're just going to have to, I think, play man a lot of the day, and I think we're going to have to just try to fuck up this offensive line as best we can. And there's a rush by Anthony Richardson, and he's not going anywhere. Derek Wesley, it's going to count as a sack for him. 3rd and 7 now. Going to drop into man coverage. Going to say, hey, you're going to have to come out here and beat us right here, right now. That's all I'm saying. Going to hop on Yatir against the guard. He wins. Yatir Gross-Matos with a sack. 4th and 14, forcing him out of field goal range as well. Also, that's another thing I hate in Madden. You guys aren't going to see it, but just pursuit angles in Madden are so ridiculous. Every single player and their fucking mother has the perfect pursuit angle. It's fucking annoying. I had a play where Tyler Linton was probably going to get up the sideline, and because of a perfect pursuit angle, a dude with less speed is able to catch me. It's fucking stupid. 1st and 10, immediately going to the air here. Treylon wins his rep. Treylon, catch, run, 12 yards there. Go back to the line now. Fuck it, let's do and that safety kind of sitting down there kind of doesn't help that. Just go spacing switch, fuck it. Tyler Linton, beat your guy on an out route, let's go. He beats him, and he holds on! Good fucking catch there from Tyler Linton. I thought that was well overthrown. Isaiah Rodgers, former Colt and current Eagle right now, but in this universe, he heads back to Indianapolis even after getting released for his gambling. 2nd and 6 now, handoff. Spears up the middle. Enough blocking there, and Spears gets a big rush. 4 for 25. Tajay Spears downhill. Not going to be able to go to a whole ton of different run plays here, especially with Spears. We might even see some Taysom Hill in the backfield today at some point. Spears up the middle on that trap play. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that worked pretty well, right? DeForest Buckner thinks, oh, I have a free running lane, and the guard comes over and smacks him a little bit. That should be able to force him out enough to be able to complete the run play, right? I'm honestly surprised he didn't rubber band and swim move back inside and catch Spears immediately. 2nd and 4, play action rollout, Josh Oliver. But Treylon Burks is open. Catch, run, trying to make one man miss, and Kenny Moore, he comes up with the tackle though. Treylon already off to a fast start today. Love halfback draw here, but going to send Malone to that right side, try to help out DeForest up to backer. DeForest, that D-line collapsed and just they all kind of shrank down and got in their lanes and able to fill all those gaps efficiently. 2nd and 10 now. Dropping back to pass with Will Levis, hitting Treylon out of this route, and he just doesn't hold on to the football, only throws one hand out. Can't win if you're not willing to make a play. Just can't win. Simple as that. Can't win if you're not willing to make a play. Switch up some of these routes a little bit. We are 3rd and 10, so. Nope, and then just edge rushers coming free. McQueen. Depending on what the Colts do here, we could potentially get the ball back with a little bit of time left. If they go through the air here and mess up, we could have an option to, make a play, not even necessarily a turnover, just go make a play on offense and potentially get the ball back for our offense. Keenan McIntyre there, and he's going to come up with a sack. Anthony Richardson rolls, and we're able to come up with a sack there. Keenan McIntyre just barely being able to beat Raymond there. I'm going to drop Shire into coverage. We're going to hop on him. Going to hand off here to Jonathan Taylor. He's going to have basically a first down. Colt's going to call timeout, so 3rd and 3 now. If we can come up with a play here, we could be in a very good situation right before half. Osa Digizua trying to get free, and there's Jelani Woods up the sideline and more. Somebody come up with a play. 38 seconds. They're going to let the clock roll here. Now they decide to call a timeout. They let 3 extra seconds roll off. I know 3 seconds doesn't sound like a whole ton. That's a play. That's 1 extra play that you would have had, so I don't understand it. Drop into coverage. There's Vickers! He comes up to pick! And with nobody in front of him, he could have room to run. Has to make the offensive lineman miss, but Alec Pierce is there. We're not too far out of field goal range. 2 timeouts, 28 seconds. It's not particularly impossible. Now, am I going for the end zone? No, I want to get in field goal range at minimum. Go 1st and 10 here. Play action fake. Looking Josh Wiley underneath. He's open. Catch, run, up the sideline. Out of bounds goes Josh Wiley at the 33. It's a big gain for the first down there. That puts us in a very good situation. I don't really want to test Julian Blackman here in the slot, but if Bo Melton wins his rep, it could be an option here. Nothing's really open. Tyler Linton can't quite get him the football. He's kind of rotating inside, and it's not a good throw there from Will Levis, unfortunately. Gonna send Burks on a streak here. If he can just get up the field. Treylon Burks, and catch, run, down to the 1. Call timeout. Okay, we're at the 1 now. They didn't cover it correctly. 2 streaks. The safety had to kind of decide of where he wanted to play more importantly. So Melton on a fade, but I'm looking towards these flat routes more in particular right away. Josh Wiley, catch, run, into the end zone, touchdown. Josh fucking Wiley. Rewarding him for the work he's done so far today. I think that's his 5th or 6th catch on the day, so he's having a pretty good game so far. Josh fucking Wiley. Mark Vickers comes up big, comes up clutch. And Josh Wiley, 2 of those big plays. Should go for 2 here, so we are going to. 1 point only puts us up 6. If we go for the 2, no matter what, we're still up more than a field goal. And I don't think it really changes much from 6 to 5 points. But it does change everything if we go up to 14. Then, it's a 7-point gain. If they go down and score at any point in time, it's still going to be a tie game at that point. So it just makes more sense to go for it here. I almost wonder if we could have put in Malik Willis here. Gotten a little bit better of a look. Then he has that ability to scramble as well. And send Melton underneath on a drag. Snap the football. Trying to scramble. Treylon, no! Bad fucking ball from Will. I know he had a guy in his face, but just kind of lay it up. I wasn't telling you to just throw a dot and try to hit him on the sideline. Just kind of throw it. Just float it to the corner, basically. Just try to get it there. Give him a chance at least. You don't need to fucking throw it out of bounds there. Force another fucking fumble and can't corral the fucking football. We force a fumble at the 16-yard line. We could have had 3 points there for free. And instead, we don't fucking land on the goddamn football. Fuck me. Those are the plays that are going to fuck us in the end, right? Them fumbling on their only scoring drive and us not being able to pick up the football. Them fumbling before half on a kick return that you shouldn't take out of the end zone. Those are 2 big fucking plays. That's a 10-point swing right there. Because then they don't have their score, and then we have 3 points. That's a 10-point fucking swing that we just failed to get, basically, on 2 plays virtually. On 2 plays that, and it's not oh, hey, if you would have came up and made this tackle a little bit sooner, they wouldn't have gotten a first down. No, I'm talking about 2 plays where the ball is on the ground. We have a player next to the ball, and we can't fall on it. Those plays are what's going to lose us a playoff game if it comes down to it. So we are going to hop on Keenan Evans here at the start of the 3rd quarter. And I know that sounds like a lot of hyperbole, me saying, that's going to win or lose us a playoff game, but it's going to. It really is. Those type of plays where we have a chance at the football. Like I said, it's not some just oh, we could have knocked this ball away, or we could have tackled this person a little bit better. No, it's legitimately 2 plays where the ball is on the ground. It's a 50-50 opportunity. One play, we let fucking Jonathan Taylor recover his own fumble. So it's just like, it's not hyperbole, I feel like. I feel like it's an actual complaint. Bernard Raymond goes down, their left tackle, with what looks to be a shoulder injury as of right now, but probably is a foot fungal infection or some shit. 1st and 10. Taylor has his X factor, which is particularly scary, to be fair. Anytime a running back has his X factor, this should help. This should technically take away his X factor. He did get tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Yes, it does. Thank God. 2nd and 12. We did decide to do running, inside zone running to protect against a little bit better. So hopefully we'll have a little bit better block shitting against these interior O-linemen. Hopefully we'll be able to get to Jonathan Taylor. Right there, it already looked like we already had a better chance of getting there. Keenan McIntyre needs to beat this backup left tackle, by the way. He needs to go fucking win this rep. I feel like. Like, you're going up against a backup tackle right now. Go win your fucking rep, please. Didn't win his rep, but hey, we were able to rally to Jonathan Taylor, take him down. Anthony Richardson, not a whole ton of opportunities here for him today. Only 9 throws. He is 7 of 9, so it's not like he played bad. Just with the run game being such a good factor for them today. Hasn't been forced into action a whole ton. Here's Tyler Linton. He has one man to beat and then the punter. But the punter's just going to do just enough. Rigoberto Sanchez able to do just enough. Even if we would have made him miss, there was 3 guys really kind of catching us right there. I do love this play because I think we can get it to Linton right away if we really want to. We can. Unfortunately, Isaiah Rodgers playing man coverage goes out there immediately. Unfortunately enough. Going to go wide trail back to the line here. Going 2nd and 10 here. Linton underneath, catch, run. And St. Juice just had, like I said, the perfect pursuit angle. Some of these lower end guys need to not have such good pursuit angles, in my opinion. Like, not everybody in the NFL is like, this guy's going this way. I'm going to take a 36-degree angle up to the sideline, and I shouldn't meet him exactly there. I'll be able to get my head across and tackle him. Like, no, that's not always the case. 3rd and 6. Dropping back to pass again. Spears open in the flats, and perfect accuracy, but it's out of reach. Make it make sense, Madden. What the fuck is perfect accuracy if it's not on target? I'm confused. If it's out of reach, it's not perfect accuracy, right? Jonathan Taylor back out on the field, 8.5 yards of carry. Granted, that's a lot further down than what it was at halftime. He was at like 10-8 at half, so I'm willing to accept that a little bit more. 1st and 10, gonna drop into coverage, play these zones underneath. Richardson taking off to run. McCreary come up, no. Slides down, 2nd and 6 now. Gonna play coverage again. Gonna hand off here to Taylor, and there's Quentin Nelson being able to make up a good block there on Keenan Evans. 3rd and 1 now. 10 for 82, so average going down just a little bit, but still need to come up big here on this 3rd down. Gonna play man coverage, gonna bring guys down. Get them going. Amenahue tries to beat Quentin Nelson. He does, and there's Hooker making a play on Curtis Samuel. 7 for 10 now for Anthony Richardson. 1st and 10 here, though. Gonna go play action fake, looking Melton to Burks here. Melton to Burks. Nothing really open. Gonna take off and run here. Gonna send Melton up the field. He's open. If we can hit him, he's gonna have a big gain and more. Melton breaks the tackle and he's gone. Bo fucking Melton. Let's go. Big game Bo. Coming up big. Yeah, one big play is all it takes for our offense to get going. So should have a little bit more momentum here now. Hand off here to Jonathan Taylor. Everybody rotate to that side. Gets to the outside, though. Jonathan Taylor, big rush there. 12 yards or more. Not quite getting over there. Kind of gets washed down. They were able to get up to the linebackers, get them enough, and linebackers just not being able to make it the play there. 1st and 10 now. And Keenan McIntyre needs to hold that edge a little bit better. And there's Evans and Shire. Making Quentin Nelson miss. Evans just able to get there, help out. Evans becoming a better linebacker by year in and year out. 2nd and 9 now, dropping into coverage. Underneath, and no, the ball gets knocked away. Charles Amenahue gets there, forces pressure. Amenahue, another one of those guys that we've brought in who has performed well, continues to do so here. You can hop on your tier against this guard again. He gets free, but Jelani Woods just open enough. Anthony Richardson feels comfortable throwing that off his back foot. Like I've said before, and something that has become more and more apparent to me is the amount of off-balance throws the CPU makes, not only in franchise mode, but when I'm doing these simming games for the rookies of the draft class that I made and stuff, the amount of off-balance throws and on-the-run throws is fucking unbelievable. Like, there's too many. I don't know why Madden thinks it's such a good idea to make those guys throw the ball off balance so much, but they do. Derek Wesley able to get there, but I don't think it's going to count as a sack. Yeah, just barely crosses that line. McIntyre gets there as well. If he would have got there a little sooner, they could have at least shared half a sack. I think they would have much rather had that than just one of them getting the sack. So, unfortunately, not there. 2nd and 10 now. Amenahue wins his rep and beats Quentin Nelson. Amenahue, kind of one of those tweener rolls at just over 280. And Anthony Richardson not feeling well now. And the backup will come in. So Anthony Richardson leaves the game. Okay, we got to come out and win a rep now. Osa, spin move, inside, gets home. There he is, Osa Digizua. Out of the 10, so we'll have a long drive ahead of us if we want to go down and score a touchdown here. 1st and 10, though. We're going to hand off Spears to DeVorest Buckner's side, nonetheless. But I think we can win. Spears just not able to make Blackman miss. A no-yard rush there for him. 2nd and 10. Going to be the end. No, the clock looks to be stopped, so we will have to go with another play. No, okay, now it goes. What the fuck, Madden? Come on. I think we can slowly melt a good chunk of this clock away. Just gotta be safe with the football. Play downhill. Go get some of these fucking guys. Push them out of the way. Let's go. Our offensive line should be able to win a lot of these reps. 2nd and 10. Gonna hand off Spears to this left side. Gonna be a zone weak. Buckner able to get through. So does Franklin. Only a 3-yard rush there. Spears is not a whole ton of great success today. But sometimes it's just some of those games. And I don't think he's had particularly great games against the Colts, to be fair, either. 3rd and 7. Dropping back to pass. Trying to find something. Linton underneath. Almost picked there from Kenny Moore. He played that so perfectly, too. He played underneath Bo Melton enough to where I didn't feel comfortable throwing it to Bo Melton on that out. And then as soon as he realized, I guess he, fucking tracked my eyes, I guess. And as soon as we look back towards Linton, he's cutting across that field looking to break up that pass. Good punt there made Isaiah Rodgers drift back, and as he was going for the catch, in turn upfield, he kind of stepped out of bounds. So good punt there from Ryan Stonehouse. I almost said our punter. It's Ryan Stonehouse, you dumb sack of shit. You should know everybody's name on this team. And you should even know the 53rd guy, who is Isaiah Muldrow, our 4th string D tackle, well, 5th string technically. And coming off the practice squad this week, not getting a whole ton of play time. He got a couple plays down near the end zone. 2nd and 7 now. I'm going to force them to throw the football here. Especially this late in the game, they kind of need to anyway. But kind of force them to throw the football. Make them go out and win this game. If they really want it, they got to come get it. Come get it, pussies. We can go 2-0 against a divisional opponent this year and be able to take control of the AFC South even more now. Here's Jonathan Taylor on another run. Keenan Evans and Derek Wesley get in there. Only a 2-yard rush there. They're able to get there. Keenan Evans slow to get up, I guess. Granted, it's been a long day for him. Having to deal with Quentin Nelson a lot probably does put a lot of strain and wear and tear on your body currently. 2nd and 8 now. Coverage unit here. Downs on an out route. So is the tight end, Jelani Woods. And he comes up with a catch on the sideline. Are we sure he caught that? Yeah, that's a catch. That's a catch, unfortunately. I didn't think he got that second foot in. I'm going to be completely honest. That's why I was looking at that. 3rd and 2 now. Going to run the football. No, it's an RPO. McIntyre and Farley are going to have to get there. Albert O there on that out route. Forgot that they had him. Man coverage here. Everybody step up, make a play. Don't. Okay. We have an edge rusher on Jelani Woods, and Jelani Woods just runs straight up the field. Nice. I'm fucking super happy about that. 1st and 10 at the 19. 3 points here does put us into a good situation as well, going up 8. So even a field goal here is very acceptable. Granted, touchdown does basically try to put the game away. Gonna play action fake here to Spears. Get him the ball out into the flat, only a 2-yard reception there. And that's why his average is just so low. It's because we have to look towards him on a lot of those plays, and sometimes they just don't go anywhere. I like Wiley underneath, but that corner able to catch up because he runs into a defensive tackle. When do you ever see a tight end willingly run into a defensive tackle besides a D-tackle working his way up the field? When? Exactly, you don't. So, 3rd and 8. Dropping back to pass, trying to find something. Burks, open, and more just... A 5'9" corner just made a play on a 6'1" receiver where the ball is thrown over his head. Another decent punt here all the way out to the 32. Colts slowly getting momentum back in their favor, so this defensive drive is going to be pretty impressive, pretty important here. Gonna hop on the D-line, trying to make a play here, and that's a hold. So fortunately, unless there's a fumble, gonna be taking that ball back. Can kind of play back a little bit, force them to throw the football a little bit more here. Gonna hop on to McIntyre. He wins his rep. Josh Downs on the sideline, though. Just soft coverage. I don't know why we're playing so soft there. Go down and make a fucking tackle once the ball is in the air. There's no point in you sitting back and waiting. Legitimately no point. Gonna stay on Keenan McIntyre here. Gonna try to win this edge rush rep. Trying to beat Braden Smith. Can't quite get there. Shair coming up with the tackle on the tight end. And Albert O. 3rd and 4 now. Try to win this rep. Come on. Win the rep. Speed rush. Wins. But there's Curtis Samuel. Just no one else to be found around him. Just sits down in the middle of the 2 zones. Send an extra pressure here. Gonna say, fuck it. If you're gonna win, you're gonna beat all 6 of us. And just another off-balance throw that's perfectly on target to a receiver going the opposite direction. It's not even the receiver just sitting there and being like, hey, throw me the football. No, he's running the complete opposite direction at full speed. And he rolls to his left, throws back across his body, not looking at the receiver, and hits him. Like, come on, you can't honestly defend this. Go take him out. Please, somebody make a fucking play. Evans or Shair, go for the strip. There's no reason not to go for the strip there. It's a quarterback. It's not a running back that knowingly and willingly protects the ball at all fucking costs. Changing some things up. Just going to try to get us into a better situation here. Play press. There's no reason to play soft here. Cover Jelani Woods. I don't know why you're not running out there with Josh Downs. Gonna hop on the D-line, try to help out. See if we can win with Osa. Osa does win. Gets home to Richardson. Just not quick enough. Able to get the pass out. 3rd and 1 now. Minute 49 clicking off the clock. If we let them score a touchdown here, with how much time they're taking off the clock, it's going to be virtually impossible to come back. It really is. So, somebody needs to come up with a play. An interception, a sack, a fumble, something. Taylor underneath. 1st and 10. No huddle. Back to the line here. Coverage. Cover. And there's a sack. Finally, a Menahue and Wesley there. Gonna drop everybody out. Everybody get the fuck back. They do have to start trying to look towards the end zone, and there's another fucking sack. Let's go. 3 guys meeting at the fucking quarterback. Man coverage here. Everybody go win your fucking rep. No completion there against McCreary, Curtis Samuel. No. 4th and 27. Trying to beat this tackle. This backup tackle. Wins his rep. If he can get there, it will be a sack. No. Incomplete. That will finish off today. Another performance where the defense steps the fuck up. Thank you, defensive line. Late in these games, when they're able to tee off, they have such great success. Let's fucking go, dude. Run the football here. 1st and 10. Handoff Spears. DeForest Buckner able to get there. Just keep everybody in base. 2nd and 12. Handoff. Spears to the outside. Big run there. Thank you. Inside zone. Back to the other way. Buckner should be far enough over there that we shouldn't have to worry about him. Now that I say that, he's probably going to make 2 jump cuts and fucking over to Spears. Another 1st down. That does it. That fucking does it here in Lucas Oil. Fuck the Indianapolis Colts. Fuck y'all. Gonna run the football one more time. Fuck you. Shouldn't run it to DeForest Buckner's side, but who gives a shit at this point? And it didn't go for much. Spears was kind of tired anyway. But we get the win here. Not a great offensive performance here. Not really. Not a good offensive performance from, I think, either team, really. Both kind of defensive-led teams here today. Able to get the win 19-14. One of our lowest scoring games here so far this season. Especially on offense. So, let's go. Getting the win. I wouldn't even say escaping. I think we played well enough to earn the win. So there's that. Anthony Richardson played pretty well, especially through the air. I think he only had like 5 or 6 incompletions. Will Levis played pretty well on the day, too. 222 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick, unfortunately. But still. Treylon Burks had a really good game. Tyler Linton, 3 for 8. But what a very good game, I feel like. I think we hit the 3-sack thing, too. So we should be able to get that as well done. So looking pretty good. Looking pretty good so far this season. So yeah, a very impressive game from the defense, of course, coming up big there, especially late in the game. Like I've said, when we can get ahead, our defense just plays far and way better. Like, when we're facing the pass, I think we're the best team in the league. I know it doesn't say that statistically, but with the amount of turnovers we create with our corners, and then the sacks that we're getting with the defensive tackles, you can go have 70 yards. But guess what? It don't matter if we get 3 sacks. 3 sacks and a pick, and you don't have the ball anymore. So Derek Wesley receiving an upgrade here. He's going to continue to play very well here. 19-14. Not, like I said, not a great game, but still gets us the job done. One new injury, of course, that will be to, of course, Hassan Haskins. His season might be done, unfortunately. Just with the way the team is currently constructed, I may have to go ahead and IR him, depending on how long that injury will technically be for. Will determine a lot. So, unfortunately, his season might be done. Yeah, 3 weeks. Technically would have him back by the end of the season. Because he'll miss the Patriots, he'll miss the Texans game. He'll be back by the time the Broncos come. We can probably figure out something to be able to keep him off of IR for now. But unfortunately, we will lose him for a good remainder of the season going forward, which really does suck considering how good of a season he's had. Next week, we will have a random event occur. I'm going to be bringing those to franchise, and I will be going over player negotiations even more heavily. We have a ton of stuff going on next week, so see how it goes. 10-4 New England, 12-2 Tennessee. This could change a lot here. Got to go out and win this game, of course. Going to be a tough game. Got to go win it. That's all I got to say. Tua. So, it's going to be an interesting one. If you guys enjoyed this video or any of the videos here on my channel, I would appreciate it if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I have more videos like this, whether it's Tennessee Titans franchise, some of the rookie showcases, roster updates, anything like that. Go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and hit the subscribe button to be notified. Well, so that you guys can see all my content, and hit the bell to be notified anytime you guys want a new video. A new video one will be dropping. I might be dropping some more of the rookie showcases a little bit faster than what I have been, just to capitalize on the success of the roster and stuff. Just letting you guys know that as well. But like I said, if you guys enjoy this content, please stick around and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos like this. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.